How's it going, football fans? Welcome back to State Championship Thrillers. Today we'll be taking a look at 4 state championship games that featured heavily controversial calls that had a direct effect on the outcome of the game. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Y'all knew this one was going to be on here. A game that featured a call so bad that it went viral, being featured on both the Pat McAfee Show and John Boy Media. But that happened at the end of the game, so let's take a quick look at what led up to that moment. These two teams come from the same region and had faced each other for the region title 6 weeks prior. Cedar Grove would take the title in convincing fashion, winning 49-34. The Saints were also the defending state champions and had won 4 state titles in the last 6 years, so they were the heavy favorites to do it again. Sandy Creek was a great team though, and had stomped every team they had played in the playoffs up to this point. As for the championship game, these two would fight it out in a classic back and forth battle.
In the Wildcat formation, ball is at the goal line. He pushes his way through. Touchdown, Sandy Creek. 1 yard out. Travis Franklin. Changing plays again. Colson calling out the signal to the line. Hands off again. Up the middle and in for the touchdown. Quinterio Lawson on third down. Dory to hold. Good snap, and that's a good kick. Next to him, Amari Latimer. Now he runs out to the right. Amari Latimer under pressure, but he's got some space. He's got a hole. Can he get there? Touchdown! Jameer Latimer! 10 yards. They go to him again. No safety support behind him. The run instead. Lee breaks the tackle and then some. First down, Moore still on his feet. Shaking tackles out to the 20. Here comes Cedar Grove.
For a run like that, Ricky Lee leaving red jerseys in his wake. Cuts it up the field. Nice block you saw right there by 61 Darius Neals. They had plenty of green, but look at the red jerseys just fall by the wayside. Here he is again.
Lee again, first down and a touchdown. What a dive at the end. 20 yards. Ricky Lee and the Saints go back on top.
Late in the fourth quarter, Sandy Creek would find themselves trailing by 3 and facing a 4th and 22. The Patriots had to convert on this play to stay alive.
Jameer Latimer, he's got a lot of room and he can run. Fourth down, he got it to the 22, and he does! To the 21, Jameer Latimer will not be denied.
What an effort.
Yards, oh my goodness.
What an effort.
3rd and 2. Latimer hands off to Franklin. He's got a first down.
Sandy Creek was only a few yards from a game-winning touchdown. No one could have expected that this drive was about to make history for all the wrong reasons.
Latimer with the keeper. Tries to slip a tackle, and he does. Still on his feet. Inside the 5, and he goes down there. 5 coming right here for the Patriots. Latimer going to keep it himself. Brought down in a hurry, but a flag comes down. That was Rusal. They may get him with a horse collar. This formation in the first quarter on the opening drive of the game. Franklin with the keeper. He goes to the right, and he is waiting for official signal. Touchdown! The Patriots go back on top.
Whoa, coach.
There's the play one more time.
Here's the play. Is his knee down? Does he get the ball? A lot of people are wondering. The Cedar Grove folks are seeing that replay and saying, what?
There's nothing I can say about this that hasn't already been said. It was a terrible call at a terrible time, and it led to Sandy Creek taking home the state title. The big problem is that this call robbed both teams in a way. Of course, Cedar Grove feels robbed, but the thing is, this call happened on 3rd down, so Sandy Creek would have had another play from the 1 yard line to get it in. For this reason, Sandy Creek certainly has a legitimate claim to the title, but they are always going to be known for having a tainted ring. This call would result in the GHSA changing the rules to allow for replay review in all future state championship games. But as you'll see throughout this video, it's a rule they should have implemented much earlier. This was a battle between two juggernauts. Statesboro was undefeated and ranked number 2, and Northside was undefeated and ranked number 1. This game between the two top teams was as tightly contested as you would expect.
Northside, 7.
Late into the fourth quarter, both teams would miss key opportunities to take the lead. With just over a minute left in the game, Northside was backed up inside their own 10. They were still going for the win, but it's important to note that this game was played before the 2007 rule change that got rid of ties in state championship games. So, if Northside just ran the clock out here, the game would end with these teams as co-champions. Here's how it played out. In a very controversial decision, the refs ruled this a catch and a fumble instead of an incompletion. Northside fans would call this incompetence by the refs, while Statesboro fans would call this a clear fumble. Personally, I think it should have been called an incompletion, but I can see the other side of the argument. Either way, it was a big call and a big moment, and it gave Statesboro the opportunity to break Northside hearts. It was the battle of the perennial powers as the 13-1 and second-ranked Peach County Trojans took on the 13-1 and fourth-ranked Calhoun Yellow Jackets. Both these teams had incredible offenses, with Calhoun averaging 35 points per game and Peach County averaging a staggering 46 points per game. However, in a battle of offensive grades, what we got was a low-scoring defensive war.
Third down and a long three. This one's picked! Calhoun with the interception! And it's going to be a touchdown for Brandon Spector! Are being postponed.
That's true, for safety's sake.
It's going to be a pooch punt. And it's going to be recovered by Calhoun! What a play!
Wow! What a great play!
Just
a one-handed catch.
A one-arm snag there by Colin Baggett. And he does this. He looked like he does this every day.
They may do it in practice, but a little pooch kick, it's going to kick back to him.
Here for Calhoun, and they are going to try a field goal of 34 yards. And this kick is good.
It'd be good from 54 yards, it looked like. 44 yards at least.
The snap, the kick, on its way. This is going to be good from 50. And Peach County is on the board.
There's your pull
And
guard.
here's the fumble. It's recovered by Peach.
Turnover.
1-yard attempt. Gilbert was shaken up on that last play. He's the holder. And the kick is certainly long enough, and it is perfect. These clubs met in the second round in 2015. Calhoun won by 6. Can Peach County rally and win? They get the pass completion, and they're down to the Calhoun 35-yard line.
Throwback pass.
Trailing by 4 points late in the fourth quarter, Peach County had to convert this fourth down to stay alive.
Here they come.
Gilbert back to pass, has time, throws, caught, stretched out, and it is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Noah Whittington with a great catch. Let's see.
They called it incomplete.
They called it incomplete. Let's see what happened at the end of the play. Calhoun is celebrating. And they say he fumbled it into the end zone, I believe. What is happening here?
I think he scored. Bob, let's take a look.
I thought maybe he was going to be down at the 1 yard line.
Yeah. His knees were down at the 1.
But the officials are saying incomplete pass.
No, that's a complete catch. Yeah, it's a catch. He even turned it up and held it.
And they're looking at the replay in disbelief.
Oh, my.
This call by the ref was so bad, the announcers couldn't even figure out what the call was. I have no idea how this was called incomplete on the field. I mean, he gets a full 3 steps and an extension in before the ball comes loose. Peach County would get one last chance, but their hopes were quickly dashed by Calhoun.
3-8 title. Pressure. Gilbert running around. He eludes a line. Tripped up. What a play. What a play by Bryce Craig, the defensive end of a championship. They've got to convert on 4th down. Gilbert looking, dumps it off. Woolfolk's got some room to operate. Had to get out of bounds. Instead, cut it back, and Calhoun is going to win. Chad Campbell is not going to be happy at all when this one ticks down to 000.
The Peach County faithful felt so robbed by this call that their booster club would raise money for state championship rings. They set up a website for fans to go and donate to the cause. The site was taken down long ago, but I was able to find archives of it on the Wayback Machine. On the site, you can find a passionate message describing the cause, as well as a link to this short video.
Good morning, Trojan Nation. This is Ken Hartley, principal at Peach County High School. On behalf of head coach and athletic director, Coach Chad Campbell, and the Peach County High School Touchdown Club, we are here to celebrate the great season of our Peach County Trojans. And in this season, there were many records broken and championships won. And we know at the end of a championship, you deserve rings, and our kids deserve rings. We all know what happened on December the 8th in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. A championship was won by our Trojans. We're asking you for donations to our Trojans so we can award these kids, these coaches, with championship rings.
Whether you think Peach County is right or wrong for this, I think it's pretty cool to see a community support their team to this extent. Valdosta and Clarke Central facing each other in the state championship was a common sight in the 20th century, with the games usually being closely contested affairs. This would also be the 5th and final state championship game between two legendary head coaches in Clarke Central's Billy Henderson and Valdosta's Nick Hyder. At this time, Hyder led the series 3-1, so a title here would ensure historic dominance over his arch rival. Valdosta were the heavy favorites with a perfect 13-0 record and number 1 ranking, while also getting to play the game in their home stadium, a place where they almost never lose. Clarke Central was no pushover though. The 5th-ranked Gladiators had played from behind for most of the playoffs and had managed to scrape out 3 one-score wins along the way. This was not going to be an easy win for either team.
Hyder and Charles Carpenter, the defensive coordinator, will try to rotate in, keep some fresh bodies on the defense.
They just keep throwing those numbers at you. People coming off the bench. The pitch out to this side. Ricky Smith, and he is a tough one to bring down. No one's going to get him. Ricky Smith, the first score of the ballgame in rather spectacular fashion, takes the pitch to his right, and that is reminiscent of one he had in the quarterfinal against Marietta. Once he gets a step, he is gone, and Nick Hyder's words come into play when he said, "I am scared to death of number 3.
They pull everybody here. Look at this, the old student body right, and they get great blocking from the offensive line and a great cutback by Ricky Smith. And the Anthony Roundtree just could not make that play.
Right, Bell left, and McMullen in motion for Valdosta. They go up the middle to Williams, and he crosses midfield, has a first down at the 48-yard line of Clarke Central. Looked like he coughed it up in there. He did, and Clarke Central has the football. Jeff Greer.
battle.
Just before that ball was down, it came loose to it. Clarke Central looking to strike quickly. Palmer Bush looking for a receiver. Nobody open, and running is not his strength, but he's doing a good job of it here to the far side.
Poor tackling by Valdosta.
Bailey and Kendrick in the backfield. Peyton in motion. Kendrick again, a gaping hole. And he's going to make it to the corner. Rip Kendrick, as the Clarke Central Gladiators have stunned this crowd here at Cleveland Field in Valdosta with 2 touchdown runs. 10th of the year on the ground for Rip Kendrick. 8-9, I might just keep bringing him. 3rd and 7 as Palmer Bush is in a tough situation here in his own territory. Fumble on the play. Valdosta says they have it, but we'll have to unstack them first, and they do indeed recover the football at the 31-yard line of Clarke Central. They're ready to go, so no accidents occur in the heat of the competition. Everson to throw. Now scrambling. Now heading for the end zone. Now in for the touchdown. Very close, but he made it.
Steve Everson made that play happen by himself.
For Valdosta, and they are going to go for it here from the 34. He has a man open. Bell reached behind him and made a nice catch down at the 21. That is how I operate here. And nobody argues with him. Ryan Sanderson, the field goal attempt, and he sticks it through. And so we now have a 14-10 ball game with 1:36 to go here in the second quarter. Valdosta down 14-0 has now scored 10 unanswered points to climb right back in this thing. His offensive line gave him time to look for everybody too. 1st and 10 at the 13. Everson to McMullen. And he's outside. And he's headed for the corner. And he's in for 6.
Great block that time by David Williams. Good seal block. That allowed McMullen to run right off his tail, take it into the end zone.
For a first down, and they're at the Valdosta 30. They've got the first down, and Stacey Daly has more. Inside the 20-yard line. Here they're 3 for 8 so far. They need 6 yards to convert this one, and they come to the left side with the pitch to Ricky Smith, and he's down inside the 10, and that's going to be close. 18. So a 28-yard attempt. Snap good, hold good, and it is up and wide left. Wide left.
The missed kick here all but ended Clarke Central's title hopes. But did the kick actually miss? The commentators weren't so sure.
In Valdosta, in Athens, and elsewhere around the state, they are going to be talking about this field goal attempt for some time to come, and we're going to add some fuel to the fire, I think, with our replay, Fred.
Look at this. Ooh, that's close.
Awfully tough to tell without the ability to stand beside the goalpost and see it from that angle, but from behind, it looked like it was inside the upright before it tailed left, or hooked left, rather.
Even if the kick goes directly over the upright, it's still considered good. Of course, there's no way to know for sure if the call on the field was correct or not, but it really does look like that ball goes through the uprights.
24 on Clarke Central, chomping at the bit to get another shot, to get the ball back. And here's Everson with some sleight of hand and quickness of foot, and he is out with a big first down to the 43-yard line. 13, 3rd and 23, the yardage insignificant. The time is the factor here. So 14, Clarke Central, no timeouts, can do nothing about it. So you can watch the final few seconds tick off and Valdosta celebrate another state championship, 17-14.
With this victory, Valdosta would achieve their 22nd state title and 6th national championship. This game meant that Coach Hyder would lead the series against Coach Henderson 4-1. However, citing this field goal call, Henderson claims he's won too.